we have sound?
Yeah, we do.
How did it get to be December already? Oh, God.
I know, it's right
going so
around
fast.
the corner, isn't it?
I don't have a pencil with a point on it. You're safe tonight.
Yes! Excellent. All right, we're going to do that. Oh, you had to give it to him, didn't you?
I want to be able to cross off things. Show 256.
That's right.
I cannot believe it's December.
December
I said that
2nd.
last year.
I know.
Okay, I have a microphone. Someone doesn't give us a count. Oh, look, I have T-shirts on.
Well, Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Hey.
So
It's good to have you here tonight.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
We have sound.
Yay.
This is the Model Train Show about our favorite subject.
Excellent. I love that idea.
Okay.
Richard, why don't you give us a
Richard,
countdown?
give us a countdown.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
The What's Neat This Week video podcast is supported by enthusiastic model railroaders just like you.
These are anyway.
And by GL Robotics. With over 61 colors of 3D printing filaments in stock, your gateway to new technology. Check out their website at glroboticsusa.com. Further support is provided by Microengineering, keeping you on track with quality products for 55 years. Check out their website at www.microengineering.com. Order from your local dealer or order direct by calling 1-800-462-6975. Additional support is provided by Spring Creek Model Trains, your destination for model trains. Stop in and say, wow. Check out their website at springcreekmodeltrains.com. And by Intermountain Railway Company, where the detail makes the difference. Check out their website at intermountain-railway.com. Additional support is provided by Yelsma Graphics, America's leading distributor of quality railroad art and embroidered clothing since 1985. Check out their website at yelsma.com. Further support is provided by the NCE Corporation, the power of DCC. Visit their website at ncedcc.com. And thank you for supporting the What's Neat This Week podcast.
This is the What's Neat This Week show number 256 for December 2nd, 2023. I'm your host, Ken Patterson, the host of the What's Neat show at Model Railroad
It's
Hobbyist
already
Magazine.
December, Ken. Can you believe that?
I know, because I'm already working on the January show.
Today is Saturday the 2nd, and as we're filming, it's 23 days until Christmas.
Holly told me that yesterday. Yesterday she said it was 24.
That
would make sense.
deduction.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Math
day before
at
that
its
would be
finest right
25.
there.
What are we going to get everybody for Christmas?
I don't know.
I know, right? So yes, the host of the Model Railroad show at Model Road Hobbyist Magazine, called the What's Neat Show. That's the hour-long show where we get our hands dirty, do interviews, and otherwise show a lot of other stuff that we don't show on this show, because on this show we have live guests and all kinds of wonderful people. And in that show, I'm going to put one of those layouts that we videotaped when we were up in Lombard, Illinois.
Wow.
For Lombard Hobbies, that wonderful sale that they had back in October, if you can believe that already
I
happened.
can't wait to figure out which one we're going to put in there.
There's 7 good ones to choose from. Also in that video, we've got a segment from Campbell Rice on electric wiring, and I think it's specifically about connectors that make it easier to wire your layout without soldering. We love you, Campbell. He actually produced that video about 4 months ago.
And I hate soldering.
I love soldering. So go figure. Tonight I've got with me, sitting right over there, I got Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Who's regularly behind
That's
camera.
right.
Hey, how you doing, everybody?
We're Mike Buddyless tonight, so Richard's one of the only people that can fill his shoes.
Richard Bianco, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Sitting right next to me, I've got my favorite Joshua Barton.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, buddy?
How are you guys tonight?
I'm so glad you're here tonight.
I'm glad to be here.
Mike Buddy's out of town. Stephen Mantia's out of town. A lot of people are traveling this
Yep,
week.
James is getting the family Christmas tree. 23 days left.
I know, right? A lot of new news is coming up. We've gotten a lot of different train shows that we're going to be talking about coming up in the next 6 months. And just sure enough, as I mentioned on one show when we discussed this, they are run by boards. This is not usually just one person running a show. For example, Steve Mantia and his wife, that's a board. That's 2 people.
Yeah.
If it was me, I'd be running it by myself. I like those benevolent dictatorships because it allows me to streamline the process. That's how I did the Midwest Valley.
See what I deal with every week.
Oh, Lord.
And week
Oh,
out.
God.
A benevolent dictatorship.
But the fact is, there's some amazing shows coming up that I've never heard of around the country in some very beautiful venues, and we will be presenting all that material on this show. As in future shows, we're going to be talking about future train shows coming up. And I'm about to change part of my website, which is kenpatterson.com, which is a very, very old website. It's HTML. I don't even know if that exists anymore, but I still have it.
MySpace.
I'm going to make up one page about the train shows, which discusses everything. How we present it, what you can expect, da-da-da-da-da. So look forward to that coming up at kenpatterson.com in mid-December. I will have that done.
And it's super cool to see how many of these little or smaller venues have these places that are within a day drive for us. You know, I can drive 2 or 3 hours one way and find a great model railroad show going on.
In Kansas City. That's just south of Kansas City.
Yeah.
The one show that we're going to be talking about in the future. I think that one's in March. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting and something a little bit different for us to present on the show, very different from what we're used to. A lot of product is showing up this month for the show. We've got stuff coming from Broadway Limited this month. We got stuff from Intermountain coming this month. I've got to shoot the cover photo for the Bachman catalog coming up the first week of January, so you will be alluded and included in that, which will be kind of fun. That is always one of my favorite projects I get to do every single year. And I don't even know what we're doing yet this year.
I know the coolest thing every month for me is opening up our little mini Prince box from.
Oh
Bernard
God, there's a
and
box of
Jesse.
that upstairs, but I'm saving it for next week for Mike.
I know.
It's upstairs in the kitchen.
I get to look forward to it. Yay!
I got the Mini Prince boys on the table here.
I see
And we
that.
got the files so we can have the bigger ones made up ourselves, which I'd really kind of like to have on display.
Nice. Very
That's
cool.
exciting. But a lot of neat new material. I mean, the GP30s are coming, the GP35s. The Intermountain stuff, again, is amazing. N scale and HO scale alike. So be prepared for a lot of new products to be announced in the next 3 weeks leading up to Christmas on this show. Also, we've got a book tonight from the N&W Historical Society.
Well, let's hold on.
Okay, how do you want to approach that?
Let's talk about Denny first, because Denny is webmaster.
Denny's webmaster, Jim Stapleton.
He wrote this book, and this book is amazing.
Did he write it?
And first of
Did
all,
he actually write it?
I believe so. Oh, okay.
Edward W. King. This is a story, 13 Scoops Around the Box, Memories of an Appalachian Railroad Man, which I would absolutely assume is Edward W. King. If we get that wrong, of course, we can fix it next week.
That's right.
But Jim Stapleton is a very avid member of the N&W Historical Society, and he has in fact been Denny's webmaster for 30 years of making sure that the images of the 1,400 images that Denny's got on his website are usually accurate. And so it's also edited by Kenneth L. Miller. I went through it. There's a lot of great photography in this book, a lot of black and white. It shows the grades of the railroad. It goes into great depth of various stories on the railroad. So I think it might, I know, right? Don't even get me started.
Timetables. Oh, wow.
There's a lot of great material.
Look,
drawings of roundhouses.
Oh, I need that for mine.
It's
Look at that. Look at that.
a great
map.
source. Another great source of material.
Yes, very cool.
So check it out. You can see it at their website. And I've got a piece of paper that's got all that written on it. Homepage of their website is www.nwhs.org.
That's right.
The link takes you directly to the new book on their online stores. The buyers add it to the cart, and they can browse for additional items. The price of the book is $64.95. And Jim told me he's read a quarter of it so far, and it's very interesting reading. And I look forward to diving into it some night this week on the couch.
Very cool.
And just chilling with a book.
Very cool.
That's the way you get involved in the hobby.
All right, so I want to talk about Denny Yelsma in these pictures, okay? And the first thing that everyone needs to know
What?
is that if you don't have an order in by December 6th, it's not coming to you before Christmas.
That's right.
You're
December
gonna-
6th is the cutoff date.
You're going to get it after Christmas.
But it
which-
doesn't matter because it's still wintertime after Christmas and
never-
you need jackets.
I never said that, but if,
Right.
If you want to give it as a gift.
if you're buying it for Dad and you want it with his name on it and everything like Denny can do, the 6th is the cutoff, definitely. So give him a call. And I want to say something that Denny is the most personable person to his customers.
Oh, when he comes out here, he's so much fun to hang out with.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he sure is. But he just gives that extra, I don't know, personability, friendliness. I mean, I love
He's
calling
just a
him
nice
up.
guy.
I love calling him up for the orders. And I know some people do stuff online, but it's just as nice to call him up and be like, "Hey, Denny, how are you? How's the wife? How's the kids? What do you got going on? What's some new stuff?"
Right.
So, but you can go on his website too. And if you do go on his website, constantly go to the logo section and check out stuff like these heritage units that we're getting ready to talk about. He has now all 9 of the CSX heritage units out, and they're full engines. They're really neat.
Even the manufacturers haven't gotten that far yet.
I know. Look at these.
I'm looking.
Here, I have them all.
got 'em all written down?
I have them labeled for you. 'cause
Okay, we're going to start showing them.
I do my homework.
I want to show them on the camera here so everybody
Yeah,
can see them.
here's the first
Screen
one.
captures, ready, set, go. The first one is the B&O. Right?
Yeah, that's
Heritage.
pretty cool.
Right? Check out the colors.
See, everyone has CSX on the front, like this Conrail quality.
Okay.
And then the back end of it is whatever the heritage unit is.
Okay.
Like this L&N
There
is
you
a
go.
CSX, but it's L&N on the back. The Seaboard's really cool too. I like that one.
I do too.
Yeah.
Atlantic Coastline in purple and silver with the CSX nose on the front of the locomotive. How cool is that? We've also got the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad. Wow, that's colorful. I've also got the New York Central here with the security reflective tape on the
Yeah.
under the walkway.
And then-
I've got the Clinchfield Railroad. That's 9 of them, isn't it?
Yep, that's all 9 of those heritage. And then we're going to talk about some other ones. You were talking about L&N earlier. Here's the Louisville and Nashville L&N.
That's nice.
And then I really like this. This is a New York Central 20th Century Limited. It's the Hickory Creek Observation Car. Look at that.
I know Denny's got a brass model of that
I
one.
know Denny is the passenger car guru.
I know he
can
is.
tell you.
Aficionado.
Yes,
Yes.
aficionado would be a much better.
You gotta love it.
That's right.
This hobby is so full of great people like him. The River Line, the Massachusetts Central
Yep.
Railroad. I've also got the Gulf Mobile in Ohio. It looks like an E unit. And I'm coming up onto the last 3, the City of Memphis.
Yeah.
What a beautiful
I know
silver
that
and blue.
scheme is
right?
just amazing. And then we got the Minneapolis and St. Louis, which I have a few of those engines on my layout.
There you go. Is an RS2, RS3 locomotive.
That's right.
And the last one is the Southern Michigan Railroad.
Yep.
Also, be sure to check out his website because on it you can order the what's neat. I wanted to say Midwest Valley Modelers, but the what's neat this week jackets, shirts, caps with the logo on them. It'll also direct you to our website for the glossary to the show, the index for the show. Randy Cook has been so helpful in redoing Denny's
I had a
website.
conversation with Denny. Randy Hook put 400 hours in the new
to that website.
I cannot believe that. Kudos to you, Randy. It's an amazing website, and I mean, it's so flowing, so free. Like I said, check those heritage units out. You can go to the website, go down to logos, and then there's heritage. He's got the Union Pacific Heritage. He's got the Norfolk Southern, not Norfolk and Southern.
Right.
And
It
then
is
the
the
CXS. But yeah, check out all of his stuff. Remember, you can get all different kinds of prints, your name printed on jackets, on hats, along with these logos. And December 6th, which is Wednesday, so this is going to come out hopefully Sunday or Monday, so you only have a couple days.
There you go.
I'm putting you on your toes to have this out by then.
So the November video is out now. It's been out for about 17 days. And in that video, we do part 4 of the layout construction, Blackstone layout, which is narrow gauge HO scale layout. But just remember that all the techniques in that video are used in every single scale in the industry in our hobby. I think in that one I build the turntable. I finalize the project with the turntable, then I go over all the reference material that went into that project, and then I also do about 15 run-by shot outdoors. So you can figure that just producing that video took at least 2 months of time outside, inside, with all the material that went into it. The December video is going to be out on December 15th. Which is coming up very shortly. In that, we've got an amazing interview with the proprietors and some of the folks at Lombard Hobbies up in Lombard, Illinois. Very, very well done. Very good interview.
Boy, that was such a great time.
Oh my God, that was so much fun to get out of town.
Yeah.
Oh, just let me savor that for a minute. I'm going to forget what else was in the video. But it's coming out December 15th, and trust me, on next week's show, I will follow in the... There's a lot of good material in every What's Neat show we produce. For example, Bachman goes through their whole entire line of Christmas products.
I know.
I mean, it's one thing for a manufacturer to come out with 22 different projects a year, but Bachman's got 22 projects just for Christmas. That's a first-class operation out there in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they can keep up with all of it, but they've been doing it. Going on 35 years, so rock and roll.
You know, it is Christmas time.
It is.
And,
getting there.
You know, I have kind of a tradition at home that we put the Christmas tree up the day before Christmas Eve. My parents always said, oh, well, Santa wasn't able to put up the tree, so he stopped by the night before and put it up, okay?
That's a new one.
And then my mom's side is German. And so Christmas Eve was a big deal for them. And St. Nicholas would come and fill your stockings and stuff up, and then you would have a traditional German meal. And then we would have the American side in the morning on Christmas Day. Santa comes at night, then we open all of our presents and have a big American breakfast, and then everyone goes about their way. But that's always how I've done it, you know, and that's how the family's done it. So, you know, such a big part of Christmas is having a train around the tree. And, you know, I remember some years when I was younger, my parents, you know, wanted focused on presents and didn't focus on the train. And I was uber on the train. And with Bachman, you know, they have these heavy hauler G-scale units out that are very reasonable priced. And you can get something nice and big and put under that tree to really
I'm showing video of one right now running. Usually the way it worked when I worked with these various manufacturers, you would be shooting the Christmas footage in September.
Right, because they had to process it, get everything up, and then put it out right before
So I'm
Christmas.
in the breezeway up there. I clean the carpets. I put up a half a Christmas tree because that's all
Just
the camera
half.
would see from the ground for the fireplace up. And I'm running this G-scale set around in circles in the room. Just an amazing piece of video footage.
Sure.
I actually built a specialized tripod out of wood, high gloss, slippery as could be, to put the camera this high from the carpet. And it would slide. It would slide smooth so I could hold the camera and move it with the train. That wasn't a piece of equipment that I could probably get a patent on. I don't know, but it sure worked for me.
Very possibly, but you know, that whole little extra bit, that train under the tree, really just made, you know, my Christmases a great thing, you know, and buying an extra car and having a new car around the Christmas tree every year, or a different car, you know, and G-Scale has so many different manufacturers that do a lot of these, you know, niche-y things like the Christmas cars. You know, and that's one thing in HO scale that you don't really see. You see it in N scale,
right.
All those fine edition little cars. You see it in O scale with the Lionel stuff, the Christmas stuff. But HO is really just strictly prototype stuff, it seems like, you know, other than some Thomas stuff.
My father put up an N-scale layout. It was the Atlas preformed styrofoam mountain thing with the N-scale train that would go around and up and over, and that was kind of cool.
Very cool.
Grandparents did the Lionel, the 3-rail Lionel, the Pacific, and the Turbine, the Pennsylvania Turbine. That one pulled the passenger train. The Pacific pulled the freight train, running around upstairs with the aluminum Christmas tree.
With the 3 lights, different colored
The
lights.
3 lights. It was, yes, because you couldn't put lights on an aluminum tree, evidently.
My grandparents had one.
With the big 3. Yep. Reminded me of. It reminded me of the eye of the spaceship in War of the Worlds, the 3-light thing.
Yeah.
Just saying. I remember that so bad.
Richard, did you have a train running on the tree when you were younger?
We didn't have one every year, but we did have one when I first got into model railroading. I was like about 7 years old, and I remember coming downstairs, and it was on a 4x8 sheet of plywood, and it was just an oval. And I think it was, I had an Amtrak engine, or my father got me the Amtrak engine. I had the Tyco Santa Fe Hustler, that silver and red one.
Yeah.
And the Tyco Arley Station. I remember like it was yesterday. As a matter of fact, when I got back into model railroading, I looked for that all over the place, and I found it at one of the train shows, and I have it.
Wow,
so
that's
I
great.
really wish I had the original one, when I first
I had
first got it.
my original train was a little Lionel set that I got from a yard sale from the kid across the street, and it came with 3 big boxes of track, and it was the lunar lander switcher set, and everything was chrome mirrored, and then the caboose had a big laser gun on top or
Right.
something like that, and it never really ran. I just pushed it around on the track, but it was, man, that was so cool for me.
Now, Bachman does offer HO scale trains for running around the tree, running on that Bachman Easy Track, which works good on the carpet.
Yeah, it sure
But the
does.
big thing was the ON30 sets that came out that ran on HO scale track that still runs on the same Bachman Easy Track, but it's O scale. Those were in the Thomas Kincaid line, and those things
Yes.
are absolutely exquisite little passenger car sets and trains. Actually, we took one of those Christmas tree sets and put it on the cover of Mainline Modeler, if you could believe it, but I weathered it so it looked really realistic in green and red. Didn't look Christmassy, but it sure looked good on film. I probably just showed you that picture because we're looking at it down here. I couldn't help myself on that one. Oh my God. I mean, it's such a wonderful time of the year, and it does coincide so closely to our hobby. It's emotional. It's delicate in that it's just something that we all have feelings about.
It's nostalgic.
And that's the word I was looking for. All right, Don Draper. It's nostalgia. It's delicate.
It is.
But it's effective.
It is.
It is.
It drives a lot of people.
I know, right? So I guess you're working on your layout some more, and we can't wait to see the progress on things.
Kind of, sort of.
Yep.
I know that when we were discussing about my layout, I said, yeah, I'm going to start building around September, But again, being that I went to Leadville and took all these photos, I mean, I'm just drawn in. I originally said I wanted to make my layout as vignettes, and I still have that idea. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to fit everything together. But again, since this trip to Leadville, I really want to build it like Leadville.
That's cool.
So I've been going through the photos I took, mainly of the town. When I first moved to Missouri, I was going to like every train show they had, a lot. And I have a lot of buildings, a lot of structures, a lot of cars. But I've been going through the photos I took of the town of Leadville, and I got a bunch of design preservation model kits.
Yeah.
I'm trying to compare the photos and see what I have of that, because like I said, I know I said I want to make it prototype but not prototype, and now I'm leaning toward trying to make it as accurate as I possibly can.
That's cool.
So I'm scheduled to go out to Leadville again this coming August. So I'm going to be taking more photos, and what I'm also going to be doing in the mining areas, I'm going to be measuring the buildings, what's left, and trying to scratch build models of those.
Oh,
So I don't think I'm going to be laying track anytime soon, I really want to, part of me wants to, but a part of me's like going, whoa, wait a minute,
Sure,
You have an idea in your head, work it through
Right.
before
Don't
you
be
start
hasty
building.
on anything.
No, and as a result of that, I was going to write a book about the mines of Leadville when I lived out in Colorado, and that got thrown by the wayside. I never made it past the research stage. As I've been doing this, I'm kicking around the idea of starting that book up again. but
Very
I have all of my research, basically all my research materials from all those years ago. So that's something else I'm getting drawn into. Same thing with the trip out to Leadville, I was able to get all those rocks and minerals. So that's another hobby I'm getting drawn back into. But I'd also like to use those, like the pyrite, the galena. I like to ground that up. And when I actually do start making the models, you know, as loads, and the ore cars actually use the pyrite and the galena.
That's awesome.
So, but
Very
unfortunately, Ken, I haven't started the landing track yet.
When you do, it's going to be great to document it, to correlate with your book,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's going to take a lot longer than the layout, I can tell you that.
Best hobby in the world with some of the best people in it, sitting all around me here tonight. Next week, we've got Scotty Hicks on the show. He'll be sitting down here in person with
And
us.
our sound will be much better.
Yes.
I think our sound should be pretty good tonight. I
it
got
good
everything
tonight?
tuned in.
Remains
It
to
should
be
be
seen.
perfect. Also, next week, we got GNL Robotics. Greg Summerland will be here with us. And tonight, he's actually doing that school competition with the 3D printing
Oh, that's
machines.
very
I can't
cool.
wait to see what kind of stuff
Yeah.
comes from that.
Hopefully
Following week after that, we've got Steve Day scheduled to be down here from Lundy Industries. You know, Lundy, the guys that make all those beautiful buildings. So we got a good lineup coming up here through the 4 shows that we've got to do this month of December.
It's almost Christmas.
I
23
know it's getting
days.
so close. So we are going to turn off all this stuff and run some trains tonight because I actually want to have some fun down here.
December 6th. Order before December 6th or you won't get it for Christmas.
There you go.
Okay?
NCE Pro Cab, because it works.
It does.
Let's go run some trains.
The power
Ready,
cab
set.
works.
Let's go run some trains.
Yay! See you later.
Okay, thumbnail.
Yay.
I don't mind a 23-minute show.
No, it's actually.
If I can get this out by Sunday night, rock and roll.
Okay.
That means I can work on the January video that's got to come out. Oh my gosh, that's going to be fun. Ready, set, camera number 1, and show some teeth. I will kill sound, let camera 1 roll for 45 seconds. Thank you very much,
45
guys.
seconds.
You're welcome.
This book is awesome.
I know, right?
I might have to take it and read it from you.
Okay, the words are amazing.
Ooh, yeah.
I know,
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's cool.
It's not that often we get folks sending us books.
No, that's nice. I love a good book every once in a while, especially a book with pictures, because you know,
Only
all,
kind I'll
all
read.
these letters get in the way sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, that's a beautiful caboose.
Isn't it?
I know, right?
It's fully detailed on the inside.
I know. I do know. Someday I'll make it run outside. Okay, here goes sound. I'll pick up sound on the camera. Yes.
Oh
I'm gonna kill camera 1 and 2. And we have good sound file.
That is cool.
I like it when everything works. That was a very short
Look at
show.
these electric units here. They're like, I don't even know. That's pretty neat.
All right, boys and girls, we did it.